There's a lot of backpacks out there, a lot to choose from. Prices range pretty heavily. Do you really need to spend an arm and a leg to get something that works? Well, today I'm reviewing the CVLife 40-liter tactical backpack. CVLife actually reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try it out. I said okay, but I actually want to use it for at least a month to really test it and get to know it. So I've been doing exactly that. I've been using it as an everyday style bag, mainly for work. They're not paying me, but they did send this bag to me for free for a review. So keep that in mind, but I'm going to be honest in this review. You'll find that CVLife makes a lot of items that are lower priced, and that is the case for this bag. This backpack only costs $30, which is a fairly low price for a backpack. But a bag is a bag, right? Well, let's see if it's any good. So there were a few different colors and camos. I got this one, which is listed as black CP. It's just a black camo, but in the light there's hints of green in it. I think the pattern is pretty neat. It's listed as 40 liters. 40 liters seems like it would be big, but compared to other bags that are smaller in liters, it doesn't really seem that much different. Liters are measured by linear dimensions, so maybe it's accurate. I try not to get caught up too much on liters, but this one is comparable in size to something like the Rush 24. Comes with an American flag patch Velcro. You can put other stuff there too. The straps actually have pretty decent padding, and I found it's a lot more comfortable than a standard book bag that I used to use in college. On the back there's padding on the shoulder blades, as well as generous padding on the lower back area. On the straps you get a couple attachments, some D-rings on either side, and a hose clamp we'll get into in a minute. Being what it is, you can't expect it to be a heavy load bag. There's not really a load-bearing system to this, it's just the straps. But it's not trying to be a heavy load-bearing bag. I think this bag really works well in the 10 to 15 pound range, and that's mainly the weight I've had this bag at for the last month. There is a chest strap on the shoulder straps, as well as a waist strap there. For what I've been using it for, haven't really needed to use them, but it does help with the weight distribution, and they're not padded or anything, and they can be easily removed if you don't want them. The chest strap is fine, but the waist belt seems a bit high. It's sitting over my belly button. Like I said, not a huge deal. I'm not using it, and this bag's probably not getting heavy enough to need it. On the sides of the bag, you have these compression straps that need to be unclipped to fully open the bag, and you can cinch the bag down with these. Underneath as well has these compression straps, which you can use to cinch something underneath the bag as well to secure it. On either side of the bag you have these built-in pouches, presumably for water bottles, and they just about perfectly fit a Nalgene style bottle. So you can have two of those bottles, or you can just throw other stuff in there, shove some stuff in there like gloves. There's PALS webbing on the front and side pouches for adding MOLLE attachments, MOLLE pouches, stuff like that, or you can just use it to attach clips and carabiners onto it. The front zipper here is just a sleeve where you could throw some documents or other things in it. And the larger pouch opens up and has some good organization. A mesh pouch as well as some other small pouches and a clip. There's two main compartments to this bag. So the first zipper opens up and again has organization, pretty much the same as the small pouch but just larger. So on this side you have two mesh pouches, as well as a large area and two small pouches. And your rear zipper is going to be your main storage area. This opens up and has plenty of room. Not really any pouches in here, it's just a big compartment to put all your larger gear. It does have a sleeve in the back. You could put a laptop, a water reservoir, and maybe even some body armor. So speaking of a water reservoir or water bladder, you can store that in this back pouch here, secure it down with this Velcro strap, and underneath the handle, which is actually nicely reinforced, is a Velcro flap that you open up, and you can run a straw from your water reservoir through that. And then you can run it down onto this chest strap, and you have a place to secure the straw. Now, I haven't used one of those in this bag, nor do I really plan to, but it's there. All things considered, there's really only one complaint I have with the bag, but it's not always a problem and can be remedied. So on some other bags, for example, Mystery Ranch, in the back there's a rigid plate. When you have a rigid piece like that in the back, it keeps a nice structure to the bag and it keeps it nice and flat on your back. The CVLife bag doesn't have that, it's just a soft backing. I think this strap they added tries to help with that, but with just the soft backing, stuff can budge into your back a bit, depending on how you pack it. For example, if I were to put this half-gallon water jug in the bag, near the back, you would really feel it pushing into your back. So how you pack the bag is really going to matter here. Packing it with a giant, awkward item like this will do that. The good thing is you can easily fix it. Whether you buy something or improvise it, you just need to put a rigid piece of material at the back, and that should fix the issue. If you're not putting awkward items in here and packing it a certain way, it's not really a problem. So do I recommend this bag? Well, here's the deal. It's a bag, and it holds stuff. Since I've been using it the past month, I think it works really well. It's comfortable. Like I said, that 10-pound range is what I've really been using the bag in. I think it's pretty comfortable at that weight and works really well. If you want a bag and want to spend $30, I feel like this is definitely a bag to look at. It's very affordable. Yeah, it's not a Mystery Ranch, but it's like 7 times less money. You know, I could nitpick small things about the bag, but at the end of the day, it's a $30 backpack. If it holds your stuff and isn't uncomfortable, then I think it's doing its job. I plan to continue to use this bag for work every day. If you want to check this bag out, I have it linked to Amazon in the description below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.